really, what is left in life for my character? I mean, there was the 1 week between, like during downtime where I actually I purchased the lace to test that out. Like, well, I wonder how this will go.
Oh yeah, and speaking of money, Twitch is willing to pay up to double what the treatment would actually cost, as far as including bribing doctors and stuff in it. So up to 60,000 for the whole thing instead of the 30,000 it would normally legitimately cost.
Oh yeah, he'd be assuming that it's more of just like
Right, no,
I don't know where to look.
But yeah, weeks, months, whatever. As long as he can point her in the right direction eventually. That's why she's telling him in advance.
Hello?
Hello, Jordan. Nice to hear you talk to us. We didn't hear anything from you again. And we're not hearing anything from you now if you're trying to talk.
I wasn't trying to talk.
That's good. Good.
Yeah, it's good because we weren't hearing anything.
Yeah. Apparently we have to be extra vigilant. Jordan keeps muting his microphone. John has a terrible microphone.
It's not my fault. The front port's
excuse me, but Sean's microphone is absolutely your fault.
Would 50,000 new yen fix it? Because that's what I just have sitting around doing nothing.
If only new yen were a modern currency in 2013.
You could fix the world's problems, not really.
My digital fake money will solve this problem.
Oh, throwing money
Yeah, what do you
works
think
for a
this is
lot of
like
people.
EVE Online with actual currency that's tradable? I still can't get my mind around that it's actually a semi-legitimate currency.
Poor Crimson. And Crimson's too old to use electronics.
Alright. Didn't know that. I guess I'll stop.
Good. It's about time you finally caught the memo.
You're such a party animal, man, that you've been neglecting that memo for years.
Oh, I don't read my email. That's passé. I did that in the 90s. Come on.
I thought you were reading BBS posts in the 90s.
Early 90s, maybe. I mean, the actual interwebs. I mean, I went to college in 94, and then you had Windows 95 and 95. That's kind of took off, and AOL around that era.
Windows
Yeah,
95 and 95.
Yeah, in high school, I remember in 1992, a friend of mine got a laptop. He was so proud of it. I mean, it was just a regular DOS. I'm not even sure it ran Windows 3.11, but he was so proud of that. It was just a little word processor.
When you were starting college, I was starting kindergarten.
He probably learned much the same things.
When did you start college?
He said 1994.
Yeah,
94?
fall 1994.
I was 4 years old.
That was my first year of kindergarten. My only year of kindergarten.
Did the same dude, were you a repeat offender?
Well, okay. That was my first semester of kindergarten.
Okay, there
we
you
go.
Yeah, that's better. Jordan was 4. That was Aaron's first year of kindergarten. That was second grade for me. Woo!
I would have been 5, I think, depending on how you do math.
I don't know.
With years and numbers and with years, and it's like which one? I was born in '89, so like I was 4 and 5, right? I always fuck that math up.
I'm assuming he started college in the fall, so whatever.
So great job, Crimson. Not only are you older than us, you know, you're not even play fighting. You just nuke the competition.
Yeah, it happens. What's amusing is I'm the youngest one of most of my good friends here, so it's kind of silly.
How has it felt over the past, decade to be increasingly among, internet users who are getting younger and younger than you?
Well, it hasn't really impacted me because I've always really been into that type of thing. I mean, I had a 286 AT in 1986 for my own bedroom, for crying out loud. I mean, I've been around it for a while.
That was a horrible way to phrase that.
Oh,
But yeah.
Yes, it was.
it really was. That was beautiful. Never change. Dave, never change.
I'm laughing really hard.
We made that joke yesterday, too, about how all the girls like to go after him.
Okay, I missed the joke.
It's not important.
You, let me see if I can stop laughing long enough to rewind back to, the moment here. I asked you how you have felt over the past decade, with how you've been like an old person on the internet, getting increasingly older and older as like the average, viewer, interaction base for like your hobbies or whatever gets increasingly younger and younger. And you said something to the effect of how you've always liked it that way.
Oh, I said no. I meant that
said
all of my friends have always had something to, have been with technology, into technology. So it's not really a big change there. In terms of age, it's interesting because, when I started, when I was in college, most of my friends online were in their 30s. So it's kind of like the reverse of your situation. And what is kind of interesting is seeing it from the opposite side at this point. And that is kind of curious to me. It amuses me. So, it's many things that you say, I shake my head and laugh because they're the same things I did when I was in my early to mid 20s. It's just the way that my thoughts and opinions on things have changed. It's kind of interesting in that sense.
Anyway, I think I can speak for the group where we understood what you were trying to say. It was just a bad
wording.
The exact wording. The exact wording is what ate it.
The exact wording.
And even if none of us could completely cite it correctly now, it's in recording. It'll be there for everyone to listen to.
Was it something like semi-dirty? I said something just non-intended or something?
Your words were, I think, I've always been into that.
That sounds
Or something
closer,
to
yeah.
that effect.
Yeah, something to that effect.
Okay. Yeah.
I've always been into that younger group.
The implications. My glasses are
Right.
now covered with tears.
Crimson is forever young.
Hey, man. I mean, it's I'm not, but no, I had long hours in my 20s. I'll put it like that. That decade of my life is a vast wasteland. I got a lot accomplished. I won't lie, but there was not much else. So a lot of that kind of from college to about 30, a lot of that you say, well, how did I react to younger and younger people getting more technologically inclined? The only person I talked to that much about it during that time that was younger would be my sister. She's 6 years younger than I am, and a couple of my cousins who are something like one is 7 and one is 8 years younger than me. Excuse me, me. And I don't know. I didn't talk too much to the cousins, and my sister had her own issues. So,
All right. So it's only been as of late that you find yourself thrust into a situation where most of the people you interacted with on the internet now are younger than you.
yeah, I wouldn't say most of the people on the internet I interact with are younger. Actually, many of them are. I mean, if you talk about like YouTube, yes, definitely. But man, I go to old crotchety people forums. You know, I go to gun forums and I post on goodoldgames.com where everyone it makes me feel like a youngin'. People are like, I'm giving away a free game. I'm turning 50. I'm like, shit. See, I still think that type of stuff is old.
There
so.
you go. You go to the places that make you feel young again. And that's good thinking.
It wasn't a conscious decision. It's I go to the places with interests that mimic mine, and so yeah, it's but there are a lot of young folks on the gun forums too. You can't really tell, but it's a more mature audience in general, though.
Speaking of conscious decisions, how about Shadowrun?
Yeah, we're now a quarter hour into it almost. So what's going on?
I mean, we're not having this week on Shadowrun. Crimson tells his life story.
Oh, we don't want to hear that. No, let's just start the game.
I think we've close already heard that.
I want to hear about all the notches on your bedpost, Crips.
I don't.
Yeah, I have stories, but no. I mean, so.
Okay. So. Fuck.
Good session, everyone. Back to Crimson.
Okay. So the past 2 weeks have been relatively quiet for the most of you.
I can affirm to that quietness on my character's end.
Any of you, I think all of you spent at least some money, or got some money from side jobs. Any of you that did that will have noticed that Johnson's a couple of people that, pay attention to shadows, and it's a small community, especially in LA. You do know everyone knows everyone. It's not a huge community since LA got fucked repeatedly. So the shadows, everyone knows everyone, and you'll have noticed it in the past couple of weeks, and maybe even before that. Some people are already starting to consider you a team and sort of just make that assumption. Especially because for all of you, the jobs you've been getting are been a little bit bigger and a little bit bigger recently. It's not been like those of you that had past experience, it's not been like a huge leap, but it's been noticeable that you're playing with bigger crowds. The actual start of this session will be the 28th, the 11th. But did I not open that?
The 11th of March?
Yes.
Or April, April rather, excuse me.
Yeah, the 11th of April, Monday. And the call you get will be specifically, Trusay will get a call from Naomi at almost exactly 6 o'clock in the morning.
Okay. Let's say that Trusayer is awake at that point, because he likes to go through his whole meditative processes, and he's a free loafer. He doesn't exactly, he's not a wage slave, so he can wake up whenever the hell he wants. So he's checking out the some sort of old-timey old people news feeds, well, let's see what's on the fucking news. Get a call, and it'll be fucking Nohemi, and he'll try to brighten up for Miss Costello and be something like, hello?
Hey, I got a job. The guy is someone I know from back in Seattle. Well, know through contacts from back in Seattle. the he's not a good guy, but he's trustable, and he wants some people for essentially just to assist him out in the Mojave.
In the Mojave, huh? I haven't done a job out there.
It's it's bad out there. I don't know how much you've been paying attention to it, but it's fucked up out there.
Well, I guess I would ask that question to you, GM. How much has my character been paying attention to?
Do you have any area knowledges or anything like that?
The best
Or
I got is
do you have
news.
Yeah, go ahead and roll that for me.
Okay. Go ahead and roll the news.
Threshold's going to be really high, though.
That's fine.
You'll know mana's fucked there. Like,
Oh, okay.
not the toxic kind of fucked, but in terms of, like, stability, it's just all over the board. But that's pretty much as you know. You've never gone out there or even really looked out there.
I can tell by your sardonic laugh there, Miss Costello, that it's not exactly a pleasant place.
No, nowhere around here is pleasant. Hell, there's not a lot of pleasant places left on Earth. Guy's willing to offer a decent chunk, I think. It's a small run from what he's saying, so it's not a lot. It's just a few days of work tops. And it,
You
if everything
know,
goes right,
you know what's gonna be involved, like gathering reagents, or you know anything from the guy?
from what he told me, he's just looking for something out there. He's doing something out there, and he just wants some people that are in the area to assist if anything goes bad.
All right.
Protection mostly. That's what I'm getting from it. That didn't give me any details, so it's just conjecture. But I know that he's capable in his own right. He's a runner, so
Okay.
it's not going to be protecting a sitting duck.
I was wondering whether he was one of them geek researcher types. All right. Does he have a location, a comlink I need to call, a place where he wants to have a meeting?
Well, that team you've been working with, he's it was the one that came to my mind. Just sort of stuff came across my table. It was just random, and I thought I can give you his comm link and you can call him. He hasn't mentioned anything more than being out word that he's looking for someone in LA. And when she says that, she'll send you a comm link code right there.
All right. I'll get a hold of him, and maybe I'll get a hold of the other stragglers. I got no promises for him, but then again, I'm sure you weren't expecting anything either.
Just offering it to you, and thought you might do it. I'm out of myself once.
All right. Well, I definitely do appreciate you passing this along. I'll let you know what comes of it. If something more, maybe whether he actually is a trustable individual.
I'll tell you this much. This much I know from a couple of dealings I've had with him. One, he's trustable as long as you're working together. But if once the job's over, don't trust him with shit. Two, he's got connections to some big people. I don't know the details of, but someone big.
Big people like back in Seattle big, or still actually in LA big?
Like international big.
Oh. All right.
But, who exactly they are, I don't know for sure.
All right. I appreciate the heads up. I'll let you know what comes of it, Miss Pristillo.
Okay, bye. And she hangs up.
All right. Trusair is gonna be, fucking sitting at his table there with the news ticker feeds, and like 6:04 in the morning now. I'll be like, wonder if those fucking Mondays are up. Oh, for a job they have to do anything, right? And before he actually gets a hold of the Johnson to try to play around with a team he doesn't actually have organized yet. He's actually going to give calls with his comlink, so the 3 Mondays on a Monday. Twitch, Vice, and Coyote at 6:04 in the morning.
How many times do you call back? Because Coyote's not going to answer the first time and perhaps not the second.
True Sarah will only call once.
Well,
Yeah, then Coyote sleeps through it. I mean,
Alright.
he was up till like 3 a.m., drinking cheap bourbon, or maybe, who cares?
Well, this is going to ring right in Twitch's skull, so... God damn it, what?
Vice will groggily answer it. What? Who?
Trusair, we apparently have a job offer because we're being recognized as a team together. This is from a trusted source of mine who has someone who she finds trustable enough to be a Mr. Johnson. Involves, well, I haven't spoken with the Johnson yet because I needed to make sure that all of our collective team would actually be available for a job for the next few days.
What kind of job?
I haven't spoken to the Johnson yet. I know it's going to be going out into the Mojave Desert, which is pretty fucked on my scale. I'm not so sure how it would be for one of you mundanes.
God damn it, I live in the city for a reason. Fuck, fine, what time are we supposed to meet somewhere or something, or do you just need a confirmation of interest?
As far as I'm aware, confirmation, I haven't spoken with the Johnson yet. He hasn't given me a meeting location at all. He's one of us, a runner from up in Seattle, who's come down here to do something. Haven't had the opportunity to speak with him. I just wanted to make sure if he actually wants this team, that this team could actually do something. Because it might hinge on, given our sort of awareness now among the community, it might kind of depend on whether we can actually all get together.
Fine, sure, if the job pans out, I'll make the meet.
My schedule is clear.
Alright, I'll fucking leave a message for the damn dwarf. I'll let you all get some shut-eye. I'll call you back when I know more.
Click.
Yep. And True Sarah will leave a message, Coyote saying, "Hi. Yes. True Sarah here. Job offer. Need to get the team together because that's how we're recognized socially. Involves going out in the Mojave Desert. Probably about as much danger as every single other job we've had. Shouldn't take more than a few days. Not being advertised as anything more than simple. Comes from a trustworthy source about someone who should be trustworthy enough to actually do a job for a runner like us, who is apparently serving as a Mr. Johnson. I'll let you know when I have more. If you can't do it, let me know." Crusader will hang up. And then he'll call the comlink number as provided by Miss Cristello.
Well, you'll get a half-minute wait, and then you'll get a voice answering on the other end saying, "Yeah, Hayes."
This is true, sir. I was provided this number by a mutual interest of ours concerning a job.
Surely. Well, by who?
Nohemi Cristello.
Oh, I remember her. That would make you Truthsayer, right?
Yes.
Yeah, caught wind that the both of you went into LA. Why I made sure to pass that information along to her. Yeah, going into Mojave. I'm looking for something, and I need a team. Not a lot of money. 30K. But I should only be there for half a week max, and I don't expect to run into trouble. Oh, you know how that always ends up. But I don't expect to run into trouble, and just need some guys to watch my back. Fuck, it's early. 6 o'clock? God damn it. If you want to get your team together, I can meet you anywhere in the city. If you just want to accept, I can meet you out in the Mojave. I'll provide transportation. Um, you'll need to provide your own supplies, water, food. Uh, but I'll be able to carry it. I've got a good truck to run into the desert. If you have a truck yourself, I wouldn't say don't take it. But unless it's rigged to go out in the Mojave, it's not gonna work out there.
All right, Mr. Johnson. As far as I know, all of the rest of the team's on board in that case. We just need a meet location with you then.
Well, if you're in agreement with everything, can you get up to Barstow? Uh, Tell me whenever you're in Barstow, and I'll send you exactly where we can meet up and head out into the desert from there.
Will do, Mr. Johnson. Let you know when we arrive. Sarah will hang up. In which case, considering the rather curt reception he got from the Mondays, and sort of like the half grog that is Vice the Adept, Trusair will just type a message of the comm link back. The run confirmed, 30K, split 4 ways, won't take more than a few days. We're to meet Johnson up in Barstow. Unless you have an all-terrain vehicle of your own, he'll be providing transportation. Again, won't take more than a few days. Ready to gather up and go to Barstow as soon as you actually awake. Send that, and then he'll go back to enjoying his news feeds.
Vice will probably wonder if awaken was a double meaning there, but no one else is probably likely to catch that.
Mm-hmm.
I was actually thinking Twitch would want to make a crack about that.
Yeah, at 10:48 in the morning, you'll get a message back, and whatever the 2072 equivalent of an emoticon is, it's going to be like a little smiley face shooting a chain gun. I'm sure you've seen those, and it's going to be that. Then where or when rather.
It's as soon as we all bundle up together and head on up to Barstow. It's as soon as we arrive there. So as soon as we can make it.
Solo group.
We can travel together as a group. Might work out better just in case we encounter any danger from gangers out in the desert. Well, on the roads the way there. In that case, we can meet up at, say, since we know the location of your shop, say, noon. And head on out to Barstow then.
Works for me.
Seems like a plan.
You just get the chain gun emoticon again.
Chain gun emoticon. For all viewers who are currently watching this video, please send in your fan art involving a chain gun emoticon. Thank you.
Well, after you get all your stuff together, it'll be about 3 o'clock when you get into Barst. It's a 3-hour drive, give or take. No real troubles going up. Anyone that has area knowledge, LA, or any other relevant knowledges that might, be relevant to the Mojave and the fucked magic or anything else, can go ahead and roll those now.
Oh, and unlike usual, since we're all going in a group and presumably taking one of Coyote's, either his truck or his SUV, Twitch is going to bring her LMG in a duffel bag. Just in case.
Yeah, if we're heading to Barstow, we're just going to take the SUV. I don't think we need a hover truck to go there.
Okay, unless Coyote has some knowledge to roll, it looks like Vice will provide the most information. Knows, well, probably relevant to him. The magic out in Mojave is indeed fucked. It's a little wonky. He knows spirits are a thing out there. They're a real bad thing. Even up in Barstow, there's some basically summoners should not go north of San Bernardino. Anything north of that, up into the Mojave, anything west of Las Vegas, or even around Las Vegas and stuff, it's all just horrible when it comes to spirits. Magic itself, normally it's not too bad out there. I mean, there you get the mana warps and ebbs and things like that, so it's up and down with the background count. But that's not too much more of a problem than it normally is. The main thing is the spirits. There's a lot of spirits out there.